I deleted myself from the internet for 30 days. No social media, no texts returned, no explanations. I became a digital ghost to answer one question: would anyone come looking for the real me? I had 1,247 Instagram followers, 583 Facebook friends, group chats that buzzed 24/7. But in my darkest moments, I felt profoundly alone. The math didn't add up. How could I be so connected, yet feel so disconnected? I conducted an audit of my digital relationships. 90% were what I call maintenance friendships, likes, comments, birthdays remembered through notifications. Only 10% were depth connections. So I designed an experiment: remove all the digital maintenance. See what relationships survive on substance alone. Day 1 felt like phantom limb syndrome. My hand reached for my phone 87 times, I counted. By day 3, the anxiety peaked. What if I was missing something important? But then, on day 7, something shifted. The noise in my head, it quieted down. I started noticing real things. The pattern of sunlight on my floor at 3 p.m. The way my neighbor actually smiles when she gardens. The taste of food when I'm not scrolling while eating. The world felt richer, more detailed. But the big question remained: was anyone noticing my absence? The notifications stopped after day 10. The algorithm had moved on, and so, it seemed, had everyone else. What about the people? My so-called best friend, the one I texted with daily, sent one, "You okay?" on day 5. When I didn't respond, she stopped. Silence. My family group chat continued without me. Unfazed, filled with memes and logistical questions I wasn't there to answer. It was a sobering realization. My slot in the conversation wasn't essential. It was just a slot. By day 21, a startlingly small number of people had made any real effort to find me. Only 3. My 72-year-old grandmother, who, after her calls went unanswered, called my landlord to check on me. My college mentor, who sent a concerned email to my work address. And my ex, who showed up at my door, not because he was worried, but because he thought I was intentionally ghosting him and wanted his hoodie back. The silence from the people I thought were my inner circle was deafening. It was a harsh, but necessary, dose of reality. Then, on day 25, the breakthrough came from the most unexpected place. My local barista, a guy I'd seen 3 times a week for 2 years but never truly talked to, slid a note across the counter with my coffee. It just said, "Haven't seen you. Hope you're okay." That small act of kindness, from someone I considered a background character in my life, completely broke me open. It was a genuine human connection, unmediated by a screen. After that, I started having actual conversations. Not the "how are you?" fine exchanges, but real ones. With the grocery store cashier, the librarian, the quiet neighbor I'd only ever nodded to. These weak-tie connections, as sociologists call them, became more meaningful than most of my digital strong ties. They were simple, present, and real. They weren't performing for an audience. They were just people connecting with another person. On day 30, I unlocked my phone. It came alive with a tidal wave of notifications. 247 of them. Out of all that noise, only 3 were actual messages of concern from friends. The other 244? They were algorithms, newsletters, promotions, and automated reminders. The silence I had experienced for a month had been loud with meaning. This digital noise, in contrast, felt hollow and empty. When I started talking to my friends again, the excuses were revealing. "I just figured you were busy. Everyone ghosts us sometimes." Or from family, "We thought you were on one of those digital detox things." It was a wake-up call. In a world of constant connection, our disappearance has been normalized. We've made absence the default assumption, not a cause for alarm. People aren't expected to be present. They're expected to be busy. This experiment taught me that my connections fall into 3 circles. The first and largest is performative connections, about 85% of my network. They notice your absence only when it affects their content or social feed. The second is convenience connections, about 10%. They'll check on you once. If you don't respond, you're just busy and they move on. And finally, the third circle, Substance connections. This was a tiny 5%. These are the people who will come looking. They need the person, not just the online presence. I didn't lose friends in those 30 days. I just finally discovered which friendships were real. I realized I had been watering dead plants for years. The experiment wasn't about who missed me. It was about confronting who I had been pretending to be for them. So I returned to the digital world, but differently. My phone is now a tool, not a tether. I respond when I mean it, not out of obligation. I call instead of text for important things. I have fewer friends online, but far more meaningful conversations in my life. The silence I once feared became the very space where real connection could finally grow. Maybe we should all disappear for a while, not to test others, but to test ourselves. Who are we without the constant validation? What relationships in our lives can actually survive in silence? Sometimes you have to vanish to discover who you really are, and who really cares. What do you think? Could you disappear for 30 days? Let me know in the comments who you think would come looking for you. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for what's coming next.